Hey guys, welcome back to more NCIS. We are on 2 episodes again this week. That last one with the voyeur stuff was probably the first episode where I felt like something was off right from like the first minute of the episode, and it's because it was supposed to be. And weirdly enough, I don't know whether they wanted the viewer to pick up on it or not, and the rest of the team not do. But it just came across as hammy for me. I knew that we were not witnessing what in effect was a snuff movie. But that's not the usual case, is it, with these? Normally, I'm struggling 35 to 40 minutes in trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So, anyway, let's carry on. This is episode 7. No, it's some weird creepy dude, not 2 guys who look like FBI agents. His dad. Nice twist. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. You see how they always like to twist things for the viewer? I love that.
Ziva asked you, who can barely navigate the Navy Yard, to show her the best way to work?
That's right.
Well, what about me? I know every shortcut in the metro area. I could shave 10 minutes off her commute like that.
Feeling a little bit left out, are we?
Told you not to do that again.
Sorry. I was so intimidated by your presence, I must have forgotten. Seriously, Tony, I do apologize for not asking your advice on my commute.
It takes a little more than an exotic accent and some stealth ninja moves to emasculate me.
Only a little more? How disappointing.
Oh, she's good.
Don't
She's
take sides,
good. She knows just how to rub him up.
Coleman Park Carousel in Arlington.
A child.
Father, Lieutenant Commander Alex Tanner.
Special Agent Denoza, you can call me Tony, okay?
Smart
thing
kid.
to do, calling NCIS. Good boy. Okay, I want you to think back to what happened today. Try to remember the details.
What do we know?
Nothing. I think the kid's in shock.
No, I'm not. I'm waiting for Agent Denoza to ask me a question. 2 men were watching us. I think they kidnapped my dad. One had a military haircut. One had a shaved head.
How old?
About your age. They were only listening in one ear, like this.
That's right. Yeah. Smart kid. We know what that means.
Sounds like feds.
You really think the
I did say
FBI would
that.
arrest a man and leave his kid in a park?
Boss, I just spoke with the Commander CO. He's very concerned. Apparently, Commander Tanner was working on a highly classified DOD project.
Right.
What project, McGee?
Well, he wouldn't say over an unsecured line, but I'm going to find out.
Primary next of kin.
There is none.
There isn't any. Great.
Just Commander Tanner and his son.
Oh, no.
All we've got to go on is the kid's description of him.
Well, doesn't look like a kidnapping to me.
Well, boss, he is
Oh,
a
why isn't the
brilliant
FBI
man.
talking?
Dual PhD from Caltech in number and chaos theory. I was actually reading his thesis online. He manages to link non-relativistic quantum effects.
Well, that's useful to this case, McGee.
Last 3 years, he has been the Navy's liaison with the defense contractor QNR Software. Well, I put a call into the head of security over there. No one's gotten back to me.
The boy has remarkable memory. There's also someone here from Social Security to pick him up. Do you want me to tell the boy?
No, I'll handle it. Here, sit down. Hey, Zach.
At least she knows what that is now.
Good job on this
I'm wanting to see her learn.
Yeah, they're gonna take care of you until we get your dad back.
This
I can
kid's
take
switched
care of
on.
myself. What if you don't find my dad, Agent Gibbs?
I'll find him, Zach. If you ever need me, or even if you just want to talk, you call, okay?
I'm only Mr. Connell's
It's
assistant.
got to be to do with him. Oh.
That's been happening for the last half hour or so.
You all right, Miss Osgood?
It's Laura.
Frank Connell, QNR Security. You certainly got here fast.
The fact we've got a separate security team here, QNR, on military grounds. I don't know. It feels like the military has subcontracted them for some new sort of software, and that's why they're having these problems in it. This could get very complicated, or it could be quite straightforward. Too early to tell.
They didn't detect the intrusion until we attempted to boot up our main server. Clearly they were going after a working copy of Honor, but fortunately it's protected by a key that exists outside.
What's that?
An asymmetric algorithm key that's committed to memory.
Without it, you can't get the software to work. It's just random ones and zeros.
Great.
Of course not.
Except that's not why we're here.
Who has the honor key committed to memory?
Our project lead, Lieutenant Commander Tanner.
Then that's why we've got a problem.
The honor code thingy Commander Tanner was working on may have been stolen. I'm trying to confirm it right now. According to the people here, Commander Tanner's the only one who can make it work.
Just gotta drop off Zach's pod thing first.
Zach's pod thing. Isn't that a little short-sightedness of having one team leader knowing this code committed by memory and no one else? Even if just he got run over by a bus, you know? That seems very short-sighted.
Here, the man from the park.
Let me talk to your social worker, Zach.
I'm not in her office.
They're going to have figured out they left the kid behind.
Zach, I'm a few blocks from you. Stay right where you are.
Or he said, I ain't doing shit till you find my boy.
I need you to...
He knows where my dad is.
Oh, man. You're back. They're screwed up. Here's why they're coming through. Shit. So much for that idea. Too late. Oh, he's right there. He's right there.
Let the kid go. Let's go.
Wait a minute. The FBI wouldn't behave like that.
Okay.
Surely. Firing off random rounds in the middle of the street?
New hires just keep getting younger. Hey, Madam Director?
Obviously, you didn't get the memo, Agent Denozo.
I got a bolo out on a black Chevy Suburban, boss, but without plates.
Denozo, you will spend the next 24 personally checking each one in Virginia, Maryland, and D.C.
You keep an eye on him for me. You know, he was just kidding when he said, keep an eye on me.
I wasn't.
I don't remember when Gibbs asked me.
He knows the plate.
The numbers.
He knows the damn plate.
license plate.
Wow.
I was scared, but I remember most of the numbers.
All right, Zach!
Way to go.
Man, come on, give me 5. All right, we'll work on that. Good job.
I have spent the last hour on video conference with the directors of the FBI, NSA, and Homeland
You
Security.
don't know anything about it.
Your kind of tea party.
If Project Honor is compromised, it will cripple our intelligence networks.
So, I'm right. She's been on with all of the main agencies, all of them, and none of her copying to the fact that these agents belong to one of them. I was right, they're just posing as that. So, is it the private security firm who's going to make the most money off this, who's looking to cripple them? It could be terrorists, it could be anything, but there is no way FBI or anybody else would have took pot shot at somebody else like that in the middle of the street over the kid. No way.
Next generation antivirus software, intrusion detection.
Crypto processors, ACLs, firewalls up the wazoo.
Hey.
It could be disabled if someone had high enough clearance.
It's an inside job.
QNR is monitored 24/7. All of the employees have passwords to gain access to the system. Virus into the network. It shut down the security system for exactly 1 hour.
Feel like I've wasted your time, Agent Denozo.
Bite your tongue, you've been great.
I just feel so bad for that poor little boy.
You think of anything, give me a call. Day or night.
Yeah, of course.
Phone number's on the back.
Where have you been? I could have used your help with those interviews.
Oh, you look like you had your hands full with her.
You see the way he's been acting around me?
I think it's because he doesn't like you, Tony.
Kids dig me.
No, Tony, they don't. We've seen this before.
What a brave little boy you've been and how much you've helped us. I'm gonna make you an honorary NCIS agent.
Yeah, he don't like you.
Yes, Tony, I was mistaken. Your way with children is only rivaled by your way with women.
Where's Zach?
Potty break, boss.
Do you know why? Do you know what it is? Do you know what I feel it is? Because Tony is... He's very good at reading people, but he's not good with it with the children. And I think what it is because He tries too hard with it. He tries to force it. And as a kid, you just see everything as black and white, and they see when you're trying to be their buddy, you know? The way we've seen Gibbs talk to the boy and the way Tony's talked to him already, there's a clear difference, a clear divide. And this kid being so smart sees right through it.
Italian born, freelance mercenary, black ops mostly, some wet work.
Well, if he's got the honor program and the guy who knows how to make it work, then why'd they go after his kid?
To force him to cooperate.
That's what I would do if it were my op. The authorities are looking for a kidnapper when they should be looking for a traitor.
It doesn't feel right, Ziva.
How are you gonna get this out of here when it's finished?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, that's been my
about it much.
question for a while.
I think maybe you could use a crane or something. You're gonna find him, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll find him.
One way or another.
Promise.
Yeah. Want to give me a hand?
I don't like when adults do that. I don't like when they promise kids something they know they can't definitely promise.
I don't want to ruin it.
You're not going to ruin anything.
Savings, checking, money market, $23,000.
Gibbs is not gonna like that.
That's not a lot.
Are we solving this case to please him?
It's probably been done by
I'm
now.
out. ID's fake credit card was stolen, but that's our other kidnapper.
Does the car have a navigation system? Because we can use the GPS.
2 words for you, McGee. Low and jack. It's, whatever. Tracked it down to a parking lot a couple miles from here.
Come on, let's roll.
I don't blame Ziva for not knowing what low jack is. It took me a while to know what it was.
Yeah, like this.
Now, Ducky,
Now that, my young friend,
whole different level. He'll like him.
would you like to learn?
It's in that hand.
So it is. He's quite observant.
Got it, boss. Black SUV, no rear window.
Okay.
One visible suspect in the vehicle.
Wait. I'm almost in position here.
He's dead. He's not moving. I think Gibbs hit one of them. We've just
Are you
done
sure
it.
you wouldn't rather be partnered with McGee? If anybody's getting anybody's back, it's me getting yours.
In position, boss.
Just sat there in a parking lot. Why? What? Yep. Now your lead's gone cold, unless you can get anything from him.
Ah, Ziva, what a pleasure.
Dr. Mallard.
Oh, Ducky, please.
Ducky.
But he was in a great deal of pain before he died. Seems he was wounded. Single round, a bullet
one of your
lodged
bullets.
under his scapula. As to the fatal injury,
Yep.
this circular burn
Well,
around
that'll
the
do it.
entry wound suggests
A silencer was used. If a professional did this, he would have not left his weapon. It's untidy marks of an amateur. Heroin overdose is popular, but it requires a history of prior use. Of course, something like insulin or potassium can be used to suggest death by natural causes.
Be done.
I really must ask you over for dinner. Mother would love to talk with
Once again, I suggest Commander Tanner may be involved.
This is why Ziva is going to be such a great addition to this team once she knows the way that NCIS work and the way that their procedures are done. Because, yes, you may always look on the more macabre side of things, the more pessimistic of the group. But with what she's seen and what kind of officer she is and where she's from, she can often pick up on things that not necessarily the others won't pick up on, but will maybe take longer to put it together. Like all that she just reeled off, you could see both of them were just like, huh.
He likely killed this man. You have to admit, from an investigator's point of view, the pieces fit together quite well. Or not.
Gibbs isn't buying this guy's dirt.
Slap, sir. Postures.
He shaved it off.
Zach, sir?
Abby, you're yelling.
Oh, sorry. Reminds me of you. He's like a mini Gibbs.
Mini Gibbs.
Austin Powers.
Calling Zach a mini-me?
Gibbs.
Yeah, kinda.
I am so impressed with your pop culture reference.
Yeah, you knew what a mini-me
I
was.
tested the Makarov 380. It matches
Any prints on the 380?
only from the dead guy.
Tell me you have something else.
I have something else.
What is it?
Chip shaved his mustache.
I didn't notice.
I did. Of course he did.
Notice unimportant things, Chip.
He's a little strange, I've got to admit. And how long is he going to be sticking around?
The man who supposedly kidnapped Commander Tanner is lying dead in our autopsy room. Tanner is looking less and less like a victim.
Yeah. He
Going
knows.
back in the field again, Jen.
Didn't you notice that we're in the middle of a conversation, Agent McGee?
Sorry, should I come back?
No.
Yes.
No.
Simply trying to solve your case here, Director.
Yeah.
Commander Wilder is here. He works with Commander Tanner at QNR.
Your agents wouldn't let me in, so I bought him a Nintendo to play with.
It's the DS. It's an excellent system.
Zach's been through so much in his life already. Commander Tanner is a close friend. I was hoping for information. Over at QNR, they're saying he's a suspect. I don't care what the computer log says. Commander Tanner is no traitor. What's it gonna take to prove that?
Finding who is.
I'm the closest thing he has to family. I can take him home with me.
Can't do that. He's under protective custody.
I'm just gonna say goodbye.
He's keeping him here. We don't know who exactly is involved, for we know it could have been you.
Prepaid burn phone. Guess whose number's on the caller ID? Frank Connell, QNR office.
What the hell are you doing in here?
I couldn't stop them, Mr. Connell.
It's not her
I
fault.
knew
She
this
was
dude
overwhelmed
was
by a
dirty.
federal search warrant.
Tried to erase the command logs morning of the robbery.
We had a
It was
virus.
him who's done it.
It corrupted thousands of files.
Is that what happened, Mickey?
Can't tell till I get back to the lab.
Yeah, it can. It's evidence.
Don't worry.
And you.
You're going with it.
Gibbs got Connell talking yet?
Lawyer won't let him talk, so Gibbs is giving him the old stare.
Frank Connell's a deacon at his church, never had a moving violation, let alone a parking ticket, and he calls his mother every Sunday. The man is spick and spam.
The saying is spick and span. Spam is lunch meat.
Oh,
Span is...
Spam.
Back to you on that.
Yeah,
in my
I don't
opinion,
know
Frank
what to say
Connell's
there.
not involved in this.
You know something? I hate it when terms that we use on a daily basis, when someone, for example, like Ziva is from a foreign country and doesn't understand the terminology, and they actually ask you to explain it, you're like, spick and span. What does that mean? We all say it. How many of us can explain it? Ducky probably will know the entire etymology of where it originated, but the rest of us are like, I don't know, it's just something we say.
Well, I think that Frank Connell put a trace on Commander Tanner's computer.
Think?
Well, I've got scraps of code, protocols, commands. He might have... Nothing I have found contradicts any of the evidence we have against Commander Tanner. Even consider the fact that Gibbs may be wrong this time.
Mickey, bite your tongue.
dare you.
Gibbs knows what he's doing. We just have to show him love. Fingerprints.
On the gun?
On the rounds in the magazine.
Well, that's great.
Most people get obsessed about cleaning the grip and the trigger. They don't think twice about the bullets. Perfect index print.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
It's
So whose
whose?
prints are they?
Commander Tanner's.
Yeah. Which is disproving Gibbs's theory and mine.
Dinner at the White House?
A date, actually.
Must be an important guy for you to get all decked out.
You've got Commander Tanner's fingerprints on the bullets of a murder weapon.
I'm not sure he did it.
Why? And don't tell me your famous gut again.
Yeah, I can't work out the specifics.
He might be.
I know.
But Zach's our only link to him.
You think he might make another attempt to get Zach back?
If he does, I'll be waiting for him. There's evidence he did something wrong.
Doesn't matter. I know in my stomach he didn't do anything wrong. You promised you'd bring him back to me, Gibbs. Please.
This is why you don't make promises to kids.
Listen, boss, I spent half the night taking Frank Connell's hard drive apart. There was nothing. I think we need to accept that Commander Tanner...
All the evidence is going against
I'm
him
not
here now.
accepting anything.
Boss,
We need to look at this a different way.
I agree. I just talked to the CIA. They were very cooperative.
how many people owe you favors?
Yeah.
How many
A
dates
lot,
does Sonny do in a
apparently.
month? The man with the shaved head is Vincent Pazzo. The one on the left is Willis Hurst.
Freedom fighters.
Not exactly. They worked for a warlord as specialists.
But the evidence we have against Commander Tanner...
This is a covert operation. Take nothing at face value.
Maybe he won't talk.
Have you ever been tortured, Mickey? There's only so much torment a human body can bear.
Anyone can take.
Strong men break in a few days, but nobody can hold out forever. Not even Gibbs. I can get that code in hours.
They've had him for
Okay,
2
that's a
days.
bit terrifying.
He's running out of time if he hasn't talked already.
Zoom in, abs.
It's going to be the chick.
Oh, yeah. Look at the lips, the angle of the chin.
Okay, we got it, Tony. She's attractive.
No, I know who it is.
Frank Connell's assistant.
Oh, wow. I never put her on my radar at all.
I hate it when they do that.
What's going on?
You bought phones connected to a robbery, a kidnapping, and a murder.
Gibbs, her number matches several calls on the kidnapper's phone.
I want a lawyer.
She ain't going to do that.
Commander Tanner's been gone for 47 hours.
If he's not dead yet, he soon will be.
Maybe we can convince her to change her mind about the lawyer.
Not long.
Can we release Ziva on her for an hour? I don't know. Are we allowed to do that?
Come on, buy a cup of coffee.
Are we going for it? We are. You and me gonna have a lot of talk. Oh, come on, I want to see it.
Boss, what exactly is Ziva doing in there?
Really? What do you think?
I don't want to know.
No, you don't want to know.
Put a trace on Commander Tanner's computer to get his passwords.
Okay.
Planted the virus using his login.
Keep going, Laura.
What did you do to get her to
First
talk?
grabbed Commander Tanner to get the access code. Money was wired. Instructions emailed on an anonymous server.
Where is he?
Does she even know?
Commander Tanner, where is he being tortured?
That wasn't part of my assignment.
No.
They'll kill me.
They're just using you. There's no way she's the mastermind behind this.
Near Coleman Park.
Yeah.
Code checks out. Proceed as planned.
All right, I'll go clean up.
Do you know something? I should have said it. When this guy turned up and bought that Nintendo for him and said, oh, you know, I'll take him home with him. And he's the only other person he's got is me. I'm like family to him. I almost said that would be a very good way to be the person responsible to get hold of the kid as a second attempt. I nearly said it and I didn't. It's you after all. Gibbs was right. I'll do it. You ain't gonna stand a chance with three of them here.
Zach.
Lucky
All right.
still alive.
Safe, we got him.
Okay.
Told me they had him. If I didn't give him the code, they were gonna kill him.
What proof?
Where? There's no proof. Oh, you fucker. I didn't even spot him doing that.
Agent Gibbs.
Throw the bucket, this bastard. Yeah.
I'm not resisting.
Too bad.
Yeah.
I could have never hurt Zach.
Crap.
It was strictly business.
I knew it was him. And I nearly said it. And I'm like, no, I'm reaching. Your dad's innocent and he's okay. He's alive.
I guess.
Kept his promise.
Commander Wilder was my dad. He was my friend Gibbs.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have let him fool me like that.
You don't need to blame yourself.
Are good at fooling you.
Anybody bad ever fool you?
Oh yeah, more than once.
You'll learn.
Someday I'm gonna find them and put them all in jail.
I believe you will.
Yeah, I believe you too.
Dad! Daddy!
A mini
Daddy!
Gibbs in the making.
You're alright.
To actually become and train to be that kind of person in his life, to want to be able to put bad people away. Whatever it is, whether he's a cop or an agent, or that's what he was remembering. Okay, episode 7. That was a good one. You know when you have a theory in your head when you're watching something, but usually when you're just watching it for yourself, you just keep it up here and you're like, not so sure about them. But doing this job, I should just speak out. I should just say it. And then if I'm wrong, you can see my inner workings as to who I was suspecting and who turned out to be the perpetrator. I do a lot of the time, but in this instance, I didn't, and I should have done. Ziva is becoming more used to the team and procedures and all the rest of it, but at the same time, because McGee is kind of like taking her under his wing and just showing her just normal stuff, you know, not really anything to do with her job because she's highly trained as it is. But I feel like Tony's jealous. It's weird. And I'm not even sure if that's jealousy on a I'm trying to get into her and you're standing in my way kind of thing. Because no offence to McGee, but if you put Tony and McGee side by side, was either even remotely possibly thinking of anything going in that direction, it probably wouldn't be McGee. I don't know. Sometimes you walk down the street and you see a really hot person with a partner who's kind of quite beneath them, man or woman, and you're like, how did that happen? And sometimes it's just because they connect. It's nothing to do, it doesn't always have to be physical attraction. Anyway, I'm waffling. What I want to know more is just that little clip that it showed at the end there. You know, Gibbs really taking this boy under his wing here and making promises that really probably shouldn't have made, but in the end was able to come through with him, and that's not always the case. It could have turned out that his father was the guilty party in this, and then he would have to break his promise because he can't not do. I just think it's something that people say to kids a little bit too often, because you think you've got ultimate control of the situation to be able to give them what they're asking, and life just doesn't work that way. And we're seeing Gibbs with a flashback of what I'm presuming is his daughter there, you know, mirroring just how he's treated this kid. Smart boy, really smart boy in this episode. All he wanted was his dad back, and he was convinced right from the off that his father had done no wrong. And I was concentrating on the guy who was in charge of the security, of him being the main person behind it all. And I was wrong. So much for a family friend. And even the boy's feeling guilty for saying I should have seen it. You're 6 years old. You can't expect to have seen that. And it took a team of investigators to get to the point where they could see exactly who'd done it. So why would you be able to do anything different? The only funny bit in this is this. What's he called? And I can't even remember his damn name. Is it Chip or something? The assistant in Abby's lab. There's something really weird about him. Maybe they've written his character that way for him to just be annoying, but he shaved his tash off. Not because Abby asked him, but because Gibbs asked him. I don't know, would you shave your tash off if your boss asked you to, if you had a tash? Even though he looked even more remarkably creepy with it. Anyway, that's only a side note. I'll be back with episode 8 next week. No, not next week, the next day or so. What am I talking about? That's the first of the 2 episodes for the week. So episode 8 is coming up next. The interesting part for me in this was it's already starting to show that not only is Ziva becoming an asset, but she has what she's proven in this episode, a very clinical mind, a very pessimistic outlook, which I suppose as an investigator is part of the course. But she's able to pull in favours left, right and centre here from working with other agencies, the FBI, the CIA, and knowing how, like with this, knowing how a group of guys who used to work for a warlord and guns for hire and everything, just exactly, if they're trained in torture, exactly how it would go. I want to know what she said to that girl to get her to talk, because we cut away from it and we had McGee and Gibbs talking about it, and he was saying, is there something I should know as to what exactly she's going to do in it? And the next minute, the next scene is all of them in the room with the woman already talking. So they didn't actually show anything. I hope we get to see more of Ziva's interrogation skills. Let's put it that way. Right. See you for episode 8 in the next day or so. If you're enjoying the content, guys, I would really appreciate for you to post your comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do want to watch these in full length, you know the score. Bye now. Get the link in the description. That will take you to Patreon. And I will see you for another one very shortly. Till then, guys, thanks for watching. See you for the next one.